the day of open house. I didn't bring my camera yesterday because I left it at home. So the first thing I'm going to do today is show you what all I got done yesterday. So come on, let's go. One of the projects I did yesterday was made this poster. It just says believe in yourself. It has starter sentences like I have, I can, I am, and I will. And I printed these affirmations off the computer. So if kids just need a timeout, to regain their composure, they can come sit here. They could read those affirmations. I also made, excuse that mess, I'm trying to organize that. That's something on my list today. I made a ring of affirmations. I want to read one a day and just kind of like talk about what they mean. So like the first one, I'm a great friend. So I encourage you to be a great friend today. By the end of the day, share how you've been a great friend. So that's kind of how I want to use these. The next one, I enjoy helping others. Same thing. Like at the end of the day, we'll reflect how have we helped others, you know, that kind of thing. So I want to just go through these. I can learn from my mistakes. Think about a time where you learned from your mistake. My life is beautiful. What makes your life beautiful? And just kind of share out and talk and kind of just look at these affirmations. All of these are off the internet, and I just copied them on color paper, laminated them, and put them on a ring. You can just Google it and you'll find them. I don't remember the exact links that I found them on. Let's see. Yesterday I also added some fabric to this desk just to make it a little different from the other tables, just to kind of stand out. This is going to be my super student, like VIP desk. I also added fabric back here. I added these. Right now they're currently empty, and I added this curtain just to cover things up. I took off the labels from this, and I'm just going to kind of wait and see how the year plays out with what the students need, and as far as intervention goes and reading groups and spelling groups, I'm just going to kind of hold off and see what they need and kind of fill it as need be. So I did go ahead and put our spelling practice sheet in here. If you've heard of phoneme grapheme mapping, that's what this is. And I took an old marker board and used permanent marker and just made my own phoneme graphing mapping board. Let's see. I think that's all from yesterday. Oh no, there's one more thing. Let me show you. So these are words to learn by heart. So I'm going to stick post-its up here of words that students need to learn by heart. So let me give you an example of a word. So like the word said, said. What sound is the beginning? S. What sound's in the middle? What sounds at the end? D. Now I'm going to talk to the students how the beginning and the end are correct, but in this word, we have to learn this word by heart because the middle of the word is a tricky word. Sorry, that's not a very pretty heart. The middle of the word is kind of tricky. We're going to use an AI in this word to make the sound. We just have to learn this word by heart. So I'll stick this up here so students can remember, and I'll put it up here. So this is kind of like a mini word wall, I guess you could say, but I want to make sure that students can see how they would have spelled it and then how it's actually spelled. So I want to have on my post-it, because if they're coming up here to find it, they need to be able to figure out where it is, right? So, oh, this word said, but here's actually how it's spelled. So that is the plan for that. Now I think that's it. I'm going to get back to organizing this mess on the floor. Ways of storing these tiles. One is in baggies, so if they're in partner groups, they can just grab a bag and off they go. If they're at a table, then I can just set one of these tubs out for a table to use. I have 6 tables, so there's 6 here if they need it for their table. So having different ways of grabbing materials already ready to go is going to save you a lot of time during the school year. Alright, so there it is. You don't see all my math manipulatives because it's covered up with a curtain. Now to get on unpacking the stuff I brought in. So I want to, this is from Target. At the end of the year I do a portfolio for the students, so I thought about having them fill this out at the end of the year and put that in there. I bought another one either to save for the next year, or they could do this at the beginning of the year. I found this at the Dollar Tree. I have a student drawer over here for like fun days or reward day or end of the year activities. It has drawing books. They love drawing books, let me tell you. Tons of different drawing books. I have some superhero to go with my classroom theme, like Find Me books. And so I was going to add this superhero coloring book in here as well. So anytime they earn a reward, or we have a little extra free time and I want to spoil them, that usually happens more at the end of the year. But here's this drawer for them to have a little fun. Back to what all I bought at the Dollar Tree. I have these cups. I was going to put some peppermints in them for me and for my coworkers. Just a little small gift to return back to school. I have a calendar that I already had. I just brought it here. Got my peppermints. I bought thank you cards. And I bought some organizers. Sorry about that. I was going to put these organizers maybe in that, or in those. Probably in those, just in case I need to organize any student materials. So I'm going to put all this away, and I'll get back to you in a minute. And I went to Academy and I bought these chairs. I was actually going for the sand chairs that you put in the sand and sit on the beach, but they didn't have any, so I went with these, and will just add more flexible seating options around the room. So our students get book bags, obviously to carry home their books in, so I'm going to work on making labels for those. There's some labels for some of them that I made at the end of last year because I did know who my students were going to be, but of course the roster has changed, so I need to make some new ones for my new students on my list and then put those into their cubby area. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Here's how I store my assessments from the year. So I've been working on making copies of all the assessments that I'm going to have to give the students. So I have to give them a rapid naming screener, sight words assessment. We have a math screener that I have to give my students. The DSA that I have to give my students. These folders here in the back are going to keep their reading assessments that I give, and I'll just use these every year because they're just labeled with their student number. So here is how I organize all my assessments. So here I am dressed for open house. I've got an Old Navy dress on and a cardigan, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to start year 9. Let me show you around the room so you can see what open house ready looks like. So here's what new students will see as they enter the room. Right here, before they go out the door, I have a place for lunch forms and emergency forms. I have on their tables their names and a special cookie treat, some type of superhero. What kind of treats do you leave for your students on open house? And we just have our folders out, our place cards for, this is their car tags. And we're all ready to go. Right here I'm going to go get Chromebooks to set up for parents to use to fill out the lunch form, and they can fill out a lunch form online and they can fill out a parent survey online. So I'm going to go get Chromebooks for that, and then I'll be all set to go. I'm going to turn on my music for a little ambiance. I'm going to turn it on Disney's Pandora channel. So I hope that makes kids excited and feel welcomed and happy to be here. I'll see you later.